What's up, Trios Tribe? New mic, so excuse any annoyances, but doing another rambling video. Don't really know where I'm gonna go with this, so we're gonna go as long as I think I want to. I just have an idea in my head, and we're just gonna run with it, and I'm gonna vent, and I'm gonna talk out loud. BT13 was an absolutely banger meta. Like, I don't know how else to explain it. I don't know what else to say about it. I think like the community can be pretty vocal when things are bad, and I'm also vocal when things are bad. Don't trust me, I was one of the first people to be like, you know, BT9 is not that great, and then I remember that video getting a lot of comments of like, you're just a blue hybrid hater. I'm like, I'm sorry. Did I say 8? 9? I meant 9 X antibodies and stuff. But yeah, no, I really want to like shout out to like a meta that was actually really good. And how do we, like, I guess I should go into like, how do I define a good meta? And I don't know, I have a little sticky note I kind of wrote down. I was starting to write down some ideas. Shout out to Eggman. Great, I'm gonna use his stuff here. If I forget to link you in the videos, here's the link on the screen now. I guess I can bring it down a little bit. Can make it a little bigger maybe. Does it let you do that? Zoom in. Ooh. I'm sorry. Oh, Control Plus. Oh, let's go. Oh, let's do this. Huh? There we go. All right. Perfect. All right. Eggman, check him out. Great guy. Wonderful. We wouldn't get like half the curve. We wouldn't get a third of the coverage without him. So enough of that guy. Back to me and my rambling. What is a good meta? Multiple topping decks, I think, is like number one. I mean, you look at One Piece and they don't get multiple topping decks really. Like, at least it had like, that's one of their things right now is like, oh, Whitebeard, Red, and Law, and Zoro dominating everything. And I kind of get like both sides of that. Maybe that's a different rambling video, but TLDR, One Piece is still kind of new. So if you have 3 decks topping and they're all red, people in their brain are, and people are going to automatically go to like, oh, red is dominating. Even though like I feel like in Digimon, we're past that. Where like, we're not really, no one's truly a red player anymore or a blue player anymore. Like, decks are so different now. We're way more ingrained in our archetypes. Like One Piece gets their leaders, but even then, like the leaders haven't yet like power crop. Like, different video. Digimon BT13 is great. Why are we talking about it? I don't know. So multiple decks topping. Do I have proof of multiple decks topping? Look at this junk, man. Like, so obviously I did the casting for, I helped Eggman with the cast, or it was me and Human, and Eggman did the production with Stage 0, and also that guy, great guy, Stage 0. Look at this, so many different decks topping at all times. Like, all right, this is a top, look at, like, all right, let's look at the Placey TCG November Online Regional. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 decks topping in the top 16. That is, I mean, it doesn't get better than that, right? I mean, you look at the pie chart and you're like, wow, the biggest thing is Blue Flare. Is Blue Flare a problem? Like, it's 3 decks, right? I think it's like 3 decks. Okay, Blue Flare won, Blue Flare got 3rd, Blue Flare got 8th, and Blue Flare got 16th. So a quarter, I should have, it's a pie chart. Oh my God. I knew that. I knew a fourth of a pie chart is 40% or 25%, and I'm just gonna, and he also has that over here. Why am I counting? Oh my God. Anyway, anywho, Blue Flare is not a problem. I'm sorry. Like, at the end of the day, when it comes to card balance, you're gonna have a best deck, and you're gonna have the majority of people on a deck, so naturally it's gonna represent more. But like, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 decks. Half of the top 16 are individual decks. So you like, that's really good. And then like, okay, 2 red hybrids and 2 black or gray. Black or gray is a problem. Hiban, Hades Forest. You guys get the meme. You guys get my who I am. That's never gonna change. Never change. And then, all right, so you look at here and like, all right, you guys get it. You guys see the pie charts here. There's so much diversity. Every now and then a tournament will pop up where like, wow, that deck worked really good. And I think even like, let's be honest, genuine. I don't know. There was this one tournament in Latin America where Shine Gray clapped everything, and it was very much a Whitebeard situation. And then we like had like this pie chart, which I think this was, is this a top 16? I don't think this is a top 8. So it's a little, that's fine. That's actually beyond okay. This was an actual, yeah, this was an actual top 16. So yeah. Yeah, I think my intellectual honesty has been confirmed. I showed you everything, and I showed you the weird one, and one weird one out of all these tournaments. I think we're good. I think we're still achieving. Like, we see a lot of red hybrid. I think, to be fair, some of these are ultimate cups. I think ultimate, like, dividing it up between ultimate cups and regionals. I didn't really go into the ultimate cup format this time around. I don't really play in original events anyway either, but I keep track of stuff. I just keep track less of ultimate cup, and I don't really play that format, is more what I'm saying. So I don't really have any like genuine experience in terms of like what ultimate cup is or was, but that even this still looks pretty okay. Yeah, like, okay, red hybrid, obviously one of the best decks, most represented deck, and then blue dominated for the most part as a color. But to say blue is not, like, blue flare, Mirage Gao, and All Force, the only card shared between them is probably like blue memory boost. Like, other than that, okay, maybe like a single removal spell or something, but the decks are so different that even more so than One Piece. I know there's I'm done with One Piece. Ultimate Cup, they're weird, but they're still pretty diverse. I mean, I think this is still pretty healthy. Yeah, and then like, I just remember we were going into BT13 and everyone was like, Shine Greymon's gonna destroy the format, oh my god. And like, look at it. Like, okay, like this tournament, it did well. The Top Cut November online regionals, it did well. It was the most represented. I think it won. Did not win. Hunters won. How about that? Yeah, and like, you just, all right, so like Hunters won this one, Blue Flare won this one, who won this one? Shine Greymon won this. Like, we had multiple different decks winning these events as well. Beelzemon won one, like, and then we had the surgence of like Guru sneaking into some of these tournaments. Like, we can easily say that the meta was absolutely diverse, right? Like, different things were winning, different things were topping. Gamamon topped, like, what? And then like the tournament I commentated, we had a Machine Dramon win. I don't really want to click all these links because I'm scared of, I don't know what pop-ups happen. I don't know, but you see the list right here. 3 Machine Dramons top out of nowhere this event. Like, this was a 470 person event. Like, that's so good. Like, oh man, I was so hyped for Machine Dramon to win. Like, what a perfect way to end like what I think is a bad meta, or a good meta, right? Just like with a deck that just wasn't topping at all, and then suddenly here it wins, and it represented in force 4 Machine Dramons topped. That's crazy. That's wild. I mean, what's the other thing? Well, what other did we had? I don't really have like a good like archive of how every meta is gone. Obviously Blue Hybrid meta wasn't the best in terms of diversity, but like, I think there was an argument somewhere here and there that BT9, if just multiple decks topping BT9 was gonna be a healthy meta, because so many different decks were topping BT9. And like, yeah, you're right, but like, I think the playstyle, like, you also, above multiple decks topping, I think you have to have multiple play styles viable. And let's just say, to like, if everything's OP, then nothing's OP, but everything gets to win. And like, that was kind of BT9, right? Like, you would have a game and Grandis just clapped your security and won. You had a game, Wargrey just clapped your security and won. Melga clapped your security and won. Alphamon clapped your security and won. I know there was a couple of, like, back in the day, there was security control trying to like hold the line. And then I think D-Reaper even was there here and there, but like, yeah, so like, the dip was okay. Like, I don't think nearly as many decks were topping in BT9. So number one, BT9 wouldn't be a good meta. And number two, like, multiple play styles. Sorry, play style. Like, in BT9, it was all one play style. Play styles. It was all OTK. Like, those are all the best decks that were trying to win or winning. Like, yeah, like, you just like this pie chart alone, like, you cannot tell me that Royal Knights plays the same way as Machine Dramon, that plays the same way as Hunters or Shine Grey or Blue Flip. Like, all these decks play a little different, Yeah, like they all have a different end goal. Like, okay, so like, okay, like Shine Gray could OTK you. The Black War Gray, the Black War Gray OTK, that's like their whole gimmick. Beelzemon can do like a pseudo OTK. Typically they chip you once or twice before they OTK you. Blue Flare does not Blue Flare has like a high roll scenario where they could potentially OTK you, but nah. And then Hunters definitely doesn't OTK you like 98% of the time. Like there's a world where like, okay, I have all 4 of my clockmakers, and I attack with a rookie, and then I attack for 4 checks with my superior mode, and then end of turn superior mode for endgame. Like I don't, like, you know what I'm saying? Like you're getting a little wild. And then these 2 are like control decks, and then you can go into here. What's not here? The Red Hybrid is nowhere close to an OTK deck. Neither is Alpha, neither is Bloomlord. Bloomlord can do a lot in once. Balphamon is like a setup deck to where like they have to play on board a little bit, so you can kind of counter them back. Royal Knights is kind of an OTK, but like you see it coming, and you know, like it's not like out of your control. Like, you know, it's just like, it's not the same as Guru like promoting and then just clapping your security, like to turning perfect, you know, getting the protractor out, turning 90 degrees, and then whoop. Like it was just, I don't feel like that from World Knights. Maybe I'm coping because I believe this meta was good, but I don't know, man. I call Bandai out when they did a good job too. BT13 was a good meta, and sorry, I'm lumping BT13 with RBL1 with the starter decks. To me, for the most part, it was all kind of one meta. However, you could argue that Machinedramon doing well in BT13 is thanks to the support they got from the starter decks and from RBO1, because those decks were running a few of the support that those sets brought. Particularly the Agumon. I saw one play the Greymon from the starter deck, and in the Hover Espimon themselves are all 4 cards definitely seen. And I think there was like a level 5 that did something minor that people were kind of teching in, may or may not be. I could be coping. But yeah, BT13 was BT13 was great. I don't, where am I recording? Do I have more time to ramble? We're at 12 minutes. Yeah. There was one thing. I guess, I don't know, every time I do a rambles, I always want to talk about is Digimon dying. And I'm always like, well, it depends on, like, maybe, like, it depends on how you feel about it, right? Like, I don't know, let's have some fun with this. I'm gonna get our paint out, move this to the side real quick. We're gonna, can I copy this image? Oh man, it's such a good circle. Oh man, when you guys see what I actually kind of want to do, it'd be kind of funny. Perfect. But yeah, we're gonna bam. All right, we're gonna put our little pie chart right here, and then, like, I don't know, so like, why are people saying that the game is dying? I feel like, man, like, it's like, okay, so I don't know, let's chop this. No, I wanted a line. I want a thicker line. There we go. 8 pixel line. Oh, it's like a straight line, not a drawing line. Okay, there we go. There's 8 pixel line. Okay, so then we go here, and then we do that, and then we take this paintbrush, and we just go woo. No, oh, this isn't working at all the way I want to. Maybe we scrap this whole, oh no. All right, we scrap the whole idea. We make a black circle. Oh, you guys can't see that. Oh man, I'm not a good streamer, and this is probably where everyone stops watching because I'm just a fool of a man. All right, so why do people think that Digimon's dying? All right, so then we do this, and then we fill it in with the paint bucket. Where's the paint bucket, man? But there we go. All right, so I don't know, I think it's like about this much percent, and then we do, I don't know, red text, because I don't care about what you guys can and can't see. We'll bold it. Less events, and we got to make that bigger. I don't know, 20? No, we're not doing 20. We're doing, oh, that's why 24. We're getting less events, right? So no, so this pie chart's like, all right, we're getting less events. This is so jank. I love it. We're getting less events, and it feels bad. There's people like you compare it to One Piece, and we're clearly getting less events than like One Piece. We're getting less events than we're just getting less events, and our pricing isn't as good. Like, just flat out, like One Piece. I don't know if this is like open information. There are serialized Luffy's and Shankses. If you top in one of those events, you're making like 3K off of that serialized card, somewhere around there. Maybe we'll lowball and we say 2 grand. No Digimon card from any of these regionals are worth that much, period. So maybe like, I don't know what the collector value is in that scenario. Maybe it is just like the serialization of it really like amps the collector juices that like makes those cards more expensive. And like, it's just so, actually, if you have seen those, like the amount of like texturing and stuff that goes into those cards is really cool. Whereas for us, like we get an Emperor Greymon and it just says champion on it. And it's like the same, like they give that art to like 300 other people with a different word on it. And you're like, okay, I guess. Yeah, so we're getting less events, and then it's like less Canadian events too, right? Like that's like, I feel like that's just a Bandai problem in general. If with all their events, like I know like some of the like, I don't want to say doomers, but like, you know, like I feel bad for like Jodabi and like Mario's Gaming World. They're Canadian, they have to deal with this. They get like no events, and we're getting like they're very adamant, like people that are like, hey, we're getting less events, WTF. And I think that is part of it. Like you look at it and you're like, okay, so the game's dying, right? There's no events. Yeah, but I think the other thing that people like, I'll just like make that pretty. I think the other thing people just don't quite consider is what do I want to say? There's like a whole pie chart, and like I don't even know where I want to go. Sorry, this is rambling, man. Like I'm trying to like talk about it like I'm just like, it's just off the top of my head. So like if you guys don't want to follow me, yeah, that's fine. Man, what? All right, we're gonna make this blue because I think another reason people think the game could be dying is just like, I personally, to me, something that like gets a lot of people is that the game's not the same. Oh my god, can I fix that? No, of course not. Why would this be easy? Oh my goodness. Oh no, I've messed this all up. Right, there we go. There we go, perfect. The game's changed, man. The game's changed, man. The game's changed. Like fundamentally, you know, we're not digivolving Metal Garurumon for 4 just to get an unsuspend when we attack, you know? Like power creeps happen. We're going on 14 sets now. Yeah, like it's kind of wild. Like you think of the cards that were good back then and they just don't have any value nowadays, right? Like the best card from those sets are like the Tamers, Magna Angemon, because Magna Angemon kind of is, it's kind of, when you think about it, that Magna Angemon from set 1 is kind of reads like a Pot of Greed almost. You're like, how is this okay back then? That's just ridiculous. And but nowadays, like, yeah, I'm gonna loop it, I'm gonna get an on play, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do, like, there's so much stuff you can do with that Magna Angemon, which is why they had to reprint it. The game's changed, man. I think people have a hard time, like, I don't want to say growing, but like this, I feel like, all right, here's the other thing. All right, I'm gonna change the color, because here's the thing, the game's changed, which means like we've had multiple sets, we've had like time to like grow, we've had decks we've really liked and seen them go away. And so that gets to people, you know. We're gonna make this a slightly different blue because I feel like these two problems are kind of the same. Here we'll do yellow for the text. we'll go back to like 20 something, and then like I don't know. Legacy support. Like, I mean, legacy. I don't care about spelling. Legacy support's not the best in this game. I mean, sure, you can look at like Shine Gray. Shine Gray got BT12, EX4, and BT13, and suddenly it was a busted deck, same as Mirage Galgamon. Like, you're like, what the? And then there are decks like Hunters that, you know, they get released in one set, and that is it. And they're just a good deck. But like Blue Hybrid, where's my second Koji? I'm never gonna stop complaining about this. Like, where's my second Koji? I fell in love with well, to be fair, Lobamon's my favorite Digimon. And the fact that we only have like one viable Lobamon is insane. When we get like 30 Sukamons, and you're like, why are we getting like 50,000 Sukamons? And then like you can go back to all these metas and be like, what about Imperial? Like Dan Vang and his amazing Imperial that he was topping multiple formats with. Like that's just nowhere to be seen. Like they just didn't support Imperial. And I don't care, BT12, like the BT12 Imperial Digimon support wasn't good. Sorry, maybe I need to do its own video on that one day. It is the only deck from the BT12 lineup that cannot play its own tamer, and arguably, other than Red Hybrid, needed its tamers. It like the entire support of that, the entirety of that new Imperial Digimon support relies on you being able to combo into your 5, swing with your 6, mid attack, and then get all of those end of attack effects through your tamer. But you had never had time to play this tamer, and it's just like, what? Not to mention, like, I feel like people kind of like they kind of muddied the waters with the lists, because genuinely I feel like the original lineup of level 4s was perfect, and now like you added these extra level 4s that weren't dual color blue green, so like it just kind of like clogged everyone's mentality of how to do the level 4 lineup, when 4 XV, 4 Lydramon, 4 Stingmon, it is the literal most perfect lineup of level 4s you can have for Imperial Digimon, because what it means is all you need to do is find 2 different champions. That's it. Any combination of those 2 champions gets you there. Whereas people are like, all right, I'm gonna play, you can't do 6 Stingmon and 6 XV. You could find 2 XVs, right? And they'll be different because ratios or whatever. And so you're like, well, I can't DNA with this. 2 Stingmons, you can't DNA with that. You have to specifically find a Stingmon and an XV. And like 6 and 6, you like, it's different when it's 4, 4, 4, right? And any combination there, like, it's just the math's better. So like Imperial suck. I'm sorry, legacy support, like you just don't get it. Lord Nightmon, oh my god, Lord Nightmon. Okay, like maybe I gave some people PTSD, but like Lord Nightmon was a deck. Plenty of people liked that deck, and that's, I mean, you know, maybe they hated us, but like, you know, whatever. Where's the support? We literally got a new Lord Nightmon in a set where all of the Royal Knights had some ancillary effect to like support what came before it, right? Because like, you know, the All Force, all right, it says on play, strip 2 from sources from your Digimon for every tamer you have, blue tamer you have in play, and Royal Knight or Royal Knight, right? The Jessmon, count up your Sistermons or your Royal Knights, get an effect. Alphamon, same thing. Put a Royal Knight under or an X antibody under, and you're like, okay, so like I get it, I see what they're doing. Great, they're introducing the Royal Knights, but they're also trying to like harken back to what like got them here in the first place, and that was cool. And then Lord Nightmon doesn't digivolve on yellow. Like, okay, you wanted to make it purple, you wanted it to like summon Lucamon, like, okay, but like you could have let it digivolve on yellow. Give and let's not forget like Grandis has not gotten a new card at all. Grandis hasn't gotten a new card, and that was a relevant deck in BT9. I know we like harked on that a little bit. Mastimon, like they tried, like Mastamon, and then like let's not forget like the endless line of like Lilithmon, like purple just like being completely forgotten and yellow being completely forgotten, unless you count Shine Gray being a yellow deck, which I kind of don't. Like in the BT14 is starting to be like, okay, we're back to yellow, we're back at it again. And then like Nidhoggmon or like green, you know, Digibursting that's just not supported. And like, I don't know, I feel like that gets in people's heads like, oh, all these cool decks like that I liked and I can't play them anymore. Now everyone just claps me and it's not fun. It's like you're playing with this is an IP game. People are gonna have their favorite Digimon and they're gonna want to play them. And if I come in and I can't play my favorite Digimon, then like I'm gonna hate the game. I'm gonna feel down on the game, and like, yeah. I hope that makes sense. And this video is gonna get long, and you know, whatever. Hopefully you guys just enjoy listening to me. I don't know. Maybe I'll go back to the legacy support thing. Hopefully I got my point out, but I'm also all over the place, and I don't know. Maybe the way I do things is better for streaming, because then I could like have somebody like reel me back in. But I do YouTube. That's me. So another thing, I think it's really small. I don't think it's important. It's like I don't think it's like as real as all these, but I don't know. Let's do gray. That's meta. Change this to go 22. The dooming. The dooming hurts the game, man. Yeah, like the dooming, like I'm like, I don't doom too. I feel like I can say like since I've started doing YouTube, I don't doom that much at all, if at all. I'm usually like, yeah, we're not doing like the meta's not great, or yeah, that's Digimon bricking is still a thing, blah 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 blah. Yeah, like I don't know, like I don't want to call anyone out, but like it's just like when everyone's like, oh, the game's bad, oh, we get no events, oh, like everyone's complaining about everything else on the pie chart. If I'm someone on the outside, let's say I quit in set 2, I come back and my thing is like, oh, you guys are not getting and all I hear is, oh, you guys aren't getting events, oh, you guys are in a bad meta, oh, all these decks are dead, oh, this and that. Like, why am I gonna come back? So we're not getting those, like, we're not getting like our returner friends, and that hurts the game. That is like, is Digimon dying? Like, and this is like, all right, I should have started with this. This isn't like why it's dying. Like, this isn't what this is supposed to be. This is supposed to be why people, why can't I just save my letters? Why do, oh my God, we're all over the place. Why do people think, holy, what is this? People think Digimon is, oh my God, Digimon is dying. I don't know. Oh, everything's messed up. Why do people think Digimon's dying? All right, that was a catastrophe, but well, we got there. So like, I don't know, like the doing doesn't help, and like I get it, like we should be like constructive, and when things are bad, say it, but when things are good, also say it, right? Because it's just like this part of the chart like definitely needs help. Yeah, so there's that. So I think the dooming's not great. I guess we can add another part here we'll make it yellow. I'm really bad at this. We'll make it yellow, and we'll say the prize support isn't that, I personally think the prizing isn't that great compared to its contemporaries. And when I say contemporaries, I mean One Piece, because, or Battle Spirits, because the prizing over there is pretty good too. Prizing, meh. Oh my God, every time. Why can't you just save my settings? Prizing's meh. It's just, prizing is, oh, it did, what, how? Prizing is meh. All right, so there we go. Prizing is meh, we get less events. Clearly, we're absolutely getting less events. The game's changed, so people feel bad. Legacy support is not great in my opinion. Like, look at any BT7 deck, they're all dead. Maybe we got Tommy back, so there's like whispers of like BT7 coming back, but like when people think blue hybrid support, my mind doesn't go to yes, Gomamon, yes, Ikakumon, Zudomon. I'm not just like, it's not like I want a new Kumamon, I want a second Koji, I want like what else? Does the game's changed? Like, does that like include power creep? Do I even get to finish this pie chart? Well, how funny would it be if I made a pie chart and didn't finish it? No, there's got to be something I can think of. This is where, like, if I was a streamer, this would probably be easier. Anyway, this is kind of why people think like the game is dying, when I don't think the game is dying. Like, we just had oh, the delays. Oh man, that's almost like half of this, personally. Oh my god, that's actually, oh my god, how did I not think of that? The delays. I see why it's not saving my settings for the typing, but that's still kind of BS, by the way. The delays. Okay, so what's happening is I'm typing in all caps, and when I press spacebar, it does not like that when I'm holding the shift key. Delays, and I don't understand. The delays were so bad. Like BT5, the delays were insane. This meta, like, it was a long meta, like, right? Like, I guess I should have said that in the first half of this video, but like, the delays were so bad. Like, the RBO1 set, the stuff they were trying to do with that, and then it just got delayed. Like, holy McNolly. Yeah, it's just bad. It was just bad. The delays like really hurt this game. We started during COVID, but like, I don't know, what's the can I meme? Am I allowed to meme? I feel like people would wouldn't get the joke, and I don't feel like because I want to feel the pie chart, but like, I don't know, because I like, no, I'm not gonna risk like a meme dying. Like, I was gonna put like something like, it's because Eggman and Lewis don't cover Digimon anymore, Lewis the panda. But no, like, I'm sure they would be fine with the joke like that, but like, if it like, I would never forgive myself if like there was like some kind of backlash or something about it. So we're just gonna leave this blank. Yeah, we're just gonna leave it blank. This is why I think people are dying like about this ratio. I don't know if there's another thing, tell me in the comments. I don't think Digimon's dying. Like, you go to the Pasadena event, we had 1,500 One Piece players, right? So again, we had the Pasadena event, we had 470 people for Digimon show up, and this was an absolutely dead meta, right? To me, mentally, like, people were over this meta. Literally, this tournament came out the day after pre-release for BT14, which is, people were actually excited about. People want to play the new stuff, people want to play the new cards, and like, for them to show up the day after a cool pre-release to play BT13 at 470 people, that's insane. That's so like it doesn't get better than that. And it's again, like I was saying, like, with all these factors, and we're still getting 470 people, like, things are good. Like, I think things are good. Like, I mean, we're showing up to regionals for like cards that are like worth $30. Not that many events even worth going to. The game's completely different. Legacy's my blue hybrid deck, I haven't been able to touch it in months, but I still show up and try hunters. You know, people are hating on the game constantly on social media. My reprint set got delayed, like, all these stuff. And on top of all of that, fucking, well, I shouldn't curse because I try to be PG-13, but we're gonna let it slide. Most importantly of all, This stupid. This stupid. Oh my god. This stupid. Wow. Won't. And. This is so awkward having to like release the shift key every. Oh my god. Won't end the. Gouache. Dang. Whatever, man. I'm Risu the Squirrel. BT13 was a good meta. I don't think Digimon's dying, but you know, maybe I just killed it with this video and this picture. It's been 30 minutes. It's been 35 minutes. Like, share, subscribe. See you guys next. Please talk to me in the comments. Join the Discord. Talk to me. I have a lot of stuff to talk about, and I'm free to just talk about it. These are the things why people I think Digimon's dying. I don't think Digimon's dying. I think Digimon, like, the proof, like 470 people at an event proves that we are a loyal fan base and we want to play this game, and we're having fun playing this game. Just the fun has changed. The decks are different. Digimon's still cool, man, and then like it's good, and the ban lists are good. Maybe I need to make a part chart of like what they're doing right compared to One Piece or Battle Spirits or Yu-Gi-Oh. I'm not gonna touch the other two. The other two of the top big three, they're there for a reason. I tell you what. Yeah, like, share, subscribe. I talk too much. Talk to me in the comments. Talk to me on Discord. Bye.